music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Welcome back to World Star Hit Radio, or Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the one and only World Star Hit Radio, where we have the one and only, the man with the dream, a vision, the one who defines the word grind and hustle, the one and only Hotep with Hustle You.
What's up, Jack?
Welcome, Hotep. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling real good right now.
So it is my honor to have Hotep on the show with me today. And I've had him on my other radio show that I had. And so, Hotep, share a little bit about your story and when you how you got started with Hustle University.
Well, hello world. What's going on? This is Hotep, president and founder of Hustle University. I started Hustle University really as a something that came by accident, actually. I had been an entrepreneur for many years here in the city of Atlanta, starting in the music industry and transitioning into film, and developed a reputation as, you know, someone that made things happen, someone that was able to make things happen independently on their own terms, you know. And I did so out of necessity more than anything else, because no one gave me nothing. So my reputation became that of a person that could never find a way, but learn how to make his own way. So I began explaining to other people as they came around, you know, asking me, Hotep, how are you able to make a way over and over again? And I said, well, you know, I shared these principles, you know, about how I did it, and I called them the Hustler's 10 Commandments. Lo and behold, that took hold of and grip of a group of people who had been looking for information, business empowerment and such, but didn't resonate with Tony Robbins. They didn't resonate with Zig Ziglar and John Maxwell. They wanted to hear it in a new voice with a new swag or whatever, and that's what the Hustler's 10 Commandments represented. That was in 2006, and from there, things took off. I wrote the book, and the rest is history. Hustle University is now in its 10th, well, officially it's 9th year, but the Hustler's 10 Commandments is in its 10th year.
And you transitioned, you were a school teacher.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you transitioned into being a full-time business owner.
Absolutely.
And but when you got started, you were in the music industry and you were wanting to have a film and all that stuff. So that's some of his backstory that he's not sharing today.
Well, you know, I didn't know y'all wanted to hear all that.
Skinny Man Productions,
right,
that was part of his. And then as you can see, Hotep always wears himself. So, but anyhow, so yeah, so and it was through that industry, which we all know is like a hardcore, hard industry to be able to get into, and so he just went out and started creating his own and created Skinny Man Productions and so forth. So leading into that, tell us, what would you define as a, outside of yourself, a hardcore entrepreneur?
Well, so, you know, let me give you a little background. So
Okay.
that whole phrase comes out of what we provide at Hustle University. So Hustle University is an institution of higher learning for today's hardcore entrepreneur. And I coined that phrase, hardcore entrepreneur, because in order to be an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, an individual has to have tough skin. You know, you got three types of people that enter entrepreneurship. You got people that want inspiration, you got people that want information, and those that are ready to implement. So you got inspiration phase, information phase, and the implementation stage.
Okay.
Most entrepreneurs I meet, they need inspiration. You know, they come to me, talk about their dreams and their goals and such. They say, oh, Hotep, but I need some inspiration. Can you motivate me? And those type of entrepreneurs really irritate me. You know what I'm saying? It's laughable to me for a person to say they have a dream and a goal, but they need to be inspired for it. That's not a hustler. You know what I'm saying? That's not someone that's going to be successful as an entrepreneur. The next phase of person is the person that needs information. And we all know it's important to have information. You got to be a student in this game. But a lot of times people that are in the information stage, they get caught up trying, you know, reading books and going to seminars and classes, going to all the networking events, and they become information junkies.
Right.
And they never do anything with the information that they acquire. So that's the second stage. The third stage is the stage of implementation, and that's where we call, what we say is where the hardcore entrepreneurs are. Those people that have information but are ready to do the work. And that's what we call a hardcore entrepreneur. Someone that's about implementing that which they know.
Okay.
Because we know that knowledge is not power, it's how we apply it that makes us powerful. And so for the hardcore entrepreneurs out there, welcome home. Welcome to Hustle University, where scholars make dollars.
Scholars make dollars.
All day.
So there's other keywords and key terms and stuff like that that you use, and one of them is a business abolitionist.
Yes.
Abolish,
Abolitionist,
whatever.
yeah.
That's
So it's
Tell us
February,
what that
so
is,
it's
yeah.
very fitting because it's February Black History Month.
Okay.
And my official title, beyond being the president, founder, and CEO of Hustle University, my official title is Business Abolitionist.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I call myself that is just like any abolitionist. You got Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman. They fought for the ending of slavery. I do the same, but different from physical slavery. A business abolitionist fights mental slavery, and I do so through the process of entrepreneurship. So for me, I understand that entrepreneurship is the key to freedom for all people. So that's what Hustle University does, and that's what I do for people. I help free people from mental slavery through entrepreneurship. And so there's a difference between the mindset of a hustler and the mindset of a customer. And most people I meet, whether you're black, white, whatever, they think like customers.
Right.
They're consumers. All they do is buy stuff and follow, follow trends. But hustlers set trends. Hustlers are the ones that make things happen. They don't go around blaming people for their situation. They make things happen. They solve the problems. So the customer mindset is that where people are whiners, complainers, they like to blame people and make excuses. But the hustler doesn't do any of that. They look at their circumstances and they solve problems in an effective manner. And that's what all hustlers do. And that's why I call myself business abolitionist, helping people free themselves from that slave or customer mindset to that of a hustler.
It's amazing because I think that is probably one of the worst types of slaveries is a mental slavery because you have no idea that you're enslaved.
Absolutely. And Harriet Tubman said it best. She said, you know what? I freed a lot of slaves, but I would have saved a lot more if only they knew they were enslaved.
Yeah.
And the same thing for me. I feel the same way. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs all around the country and the world. They attend Hustle University. They're enrolled in our programs, read our materials and books. And I could do a lot more. Hustle University could do a lot more for a lot more people if only they understood that they were slaves. If only they understood that they were customers and not real hustlers.
I was at the gym on Monday. I'll tell you two things. I was at the gym on Monday, and I was getting changed after spin class, and they said, "Oh, it's refund season." I was like, I find it interesting that the government holds your money all year round, all year, interest free, and you get so excited about getting your money back that was yours in the first place. At least as a business owner, you get to keep your money all year, make your interest on it, make your money, and then you just pay whatever's due at the end.
Yeah, that's part of the customer mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wait around till April. Everybody's waiting around till March, April, so they can get their refund check, so they can buy a car. Yeah, exactly, and spend it. Put
Not
it right
even
back
invested into something that's going to create them, wealth. And then there was another situation where I was annoyed with something with a retailer, and I had commented on their Facebook page, and I was like, you wasted $150 worth of my time on a $40 product. And someone goes, what job do you have that pays you $150 an hour? I just said, wow, Facebook really is interesting. I said, social media is really interesting.
It is.
I was like, you have no idea the value of your time. So
I'm still trying to get acclimated to social media, you know what I'm saying? Because, I've really been kind of adverse to the whole idea. And, some people, people like you and some people that I've been consulting, asking about social media, they say, there's some good leads there, good lead generation and such. So
you met Josie through
I met
social
Josie,
media.
I'm saying?
My
man
graphic
Mark
artist,
shout out.
designer.
And so, I'm still trying to get over this idea that, people are, trying to get likes and such. I really, I'm the type of person, I could care less about people's likes and friends and all that, because they're not, unless they are participating in what I'm doing, they're not really friends of mine, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, all these likes that I get, are they translating to something, tangible, you know what I'm saying? And so for most people it's not, and it's not to slight anybody on Facebook and such, because all you that have friended me, I thank you, I'm appreciative, but that's not the end goal for me. You know what I'm saying? Your friendship, your friend and likes on Facebook, it's really to help entrepreneurs be more successful with their business. And so I'm really trying to filter through a lot of the people that are curious to get to the people who are serious.
Right.
And so on Facebook and a lot of social media, I meet a lot of people that are curious. But see, Hustle U is for the hardcore entrepreneur. So if you're curious, I'm very serious about that, hardcore. Because otherwise you ain't going to like me very much. Because I'm the type of person at Hustle University, we hold people accountable and responsible.
Yes.
And most people have an adverse response to that. Most people don't want to be held accountable and responsible because the only people that held them accountable and responsible are their parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if that, yeah. So and that, you know what? Real talk. Jackie, the realest thing is a lot of people have a hard time at Hustle University because they're not used to being held accountable and responsible for their own actions. They like to blame other people. They like to get let off the hook. They like that weak stuff. And so when they meet us at Hustle U and we start pointing the finger back at them and help them see that they're their own problem, but they're also the solution. They're not used to that.
That's great though. That's great that you said the problem and the solution.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to hear that. They want to blame the government. They want to blame Obama. They want to blame the police. They want to blame the economy. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When I retired from my day job back in my 30s, I did so in the middle of a recession. I did it in the middle of a recession. But see, all hustlers know that this can happen if you have the proper mindset, if you have the right strategies, and if you have the right weapons. And that's what we provide at Hustle University.
Okay. So one of the things I want to talk about, so we're going to get into a little bit about Hustle University and how someone can get involved in that and so forth. But there's one thing that I do want to talk about because one of Hustle U members, Marquell Russell, was doing some stuff with the youth recently, the other day, and doing some recordings and everything. But I want to talk about the program that you have for the kids. And I'm not talking about what you go do right now and you go out and speak to the teachers and help make a positive impact. I'm talking about your coloring books, your videos, the cartoons, all that stuff. Because one of the biggest things I feel like is like when you are mentally enslaved and you're enslaved to corporate America or whatever it is your job where you have to sit there and trade time for dollars, is that it doesn't free you to be able to go out there and be a blessing and give back and really change lives the way that you want to.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and I know that you're free, but there's still so much more that you're wanting to accomplish and do. So share a little bit about the packages and stuff like that you have for the kids and what it's about.
Okay, so, Hustle University has two divisions. One serves entrepreneurs, that's what we've been talking about thus far. But the other side of the business is educational consulting. So what I've done and what we actually teach other people how to do is how to monetize their expertise and experiences. So because my experience and expertise has been in education, I was able to develop an educational consulting program. We call it the Make Away program. Within the Make Away program, we provide highly relevant trainings and materials, curriculum materials to school districts all around the country. Some of those materials focus on teaching resilience, leadership, again, relevancy, how to transition from the academic perspective to the real world transition. That's college and career readiness. So we have curriculum materials that are used by young people, and then we have the Scholars Make Dollars coloring book series and cartoon that we just developed, which teaches leadership through entrepreneurship at a younger level.
Okay, that's awesome. So, and then I think once that's we're able to start implementing that into the school systems and really creating these programs. It's really going to be a life-changing thing for these kids as well.
Yeah, it's been thus far.
Well, I'm talking about like the coloring books and some of the other stuff where we're able to actually bring the characters, which is yourself and Red and Knox, into the schools as the characters that are coming live out of the coloring books, which I think is awesome.
Thank you.
So, okay, so tell us a little bit about what is, how the Hustle University aspect of it, how can someone get involved with that, what can they expect to get, and tell us a bit about that. So.
All right, so at the top of this year, we had set the proclamation forward for 2016 to be officially called the Year of the Hustler.
Okay.
So just like you got the Year of the Chicken, the Year of the Pig, the Year of the Dragon, you also got the Year of the Hustler. So 2016 marks this, and it's part of our 10-year anniversary celebration of the Hustler's 10 Commandments. So that book was first written in 2006. It's now 2016. We're re-releasing the Hustler's 10 Commandments so that with a whole new slew of contributing authors, you're one of the contributing authors.
I am.
You know, got a whole new slew of you know, just big time, big wig entrepreneurs that are a part of it. Then we also have brand new content. So we're gonna have a release party for that in May. But the bigger part of this celebration, if you will, or hustlelution, as we call it now, is the release of the PhD program. So the Hustle University PhD program is our flagship program under which people can enroll into all the classes, workshops, and attend all of the events that we have throughout the city of Atlanta.
Which are always amazing events and have fantastic turnouts.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so the PhD stands for Professional Hustler's Degree. So if any of you was wondering if Hustle University is a real school, absolutely. Yes. You come get your PhD, your Professional Hustler's Degree. And again, you have access to all of our materials, all of our books, all of our trainings online, all of our video classes, audio classes, all of the e-books, and then again, access to all of the workshops that we have here in the city of Atlanta. So the website, hustleuniversity.org, has more information about that. If you're a type of person that doesn't want to attend the live events, you can just be a part of the home study course, which is available as well. You can study on your own. So very excited about that.
So one of the things I've known you probably for the last 6 or 7 years or longer, I don't know, it's been a little while though. Yeah.
Probably been longer than that.
Probably. I've been in Atlanta for 10, so it's probably been at least maybe 8 years. So, so he's always had a passion for helping individuals, for wanting entrepreneurs to do well. I just remember early in the day of developing this program, and that when people just did not want to take the time to invest in themselves and change, and you would try to do everything you could to encourage them to do that, which makes sense now why you hate the fact when someone's like, inspire me.
Yes.
No, if you're not inspired yourself, then forget it. I'm out. Because you come to a point where you find it's just so emotionally draining. And Terica and I, oh my God, Terica, please don't kill me. Her and I were talking about that like a couple weeks ago, where she was transitioning with her author mentorship programs and stuff like that. And you just come to find out that like you want so much for these individuals, and you have to realize you can't want it more for them than they want it for themselves.
Absolutely.
So,
and when people, you know, if you go to the website, hustleuniversity.org, you'll see we describe ourselves as a self-help organization. I'm very intentional about the words that I use. We don't help people. We help people help themselves.
Yes. A
lot of people come around wanting a handout. And I say, listen, no more handouts at Hustle University. I personally do not give no handouts, but we will give the hand up.
Right.
There's a difference. The attitude. So a lot of people, that's what they're looking for, handouts. Gimme, gimme, gimme. No one owes you nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you have that kind of attitude, you ain't going to get nothing from, you're not going to get much from people. You know what I'm saying? The attitude should be not for the handout. All you need is a hand up. And that's what we provide at Hustle University. So again, for those people that just want motivation and inspiration, don't come to Hustle University. You're not going to get what you need. Okay? If you're the type of person that just wants a handout, don't come to Hustle University, because we ain't going to give no handouts. But if you see yourself as part of your own problem and your solution, if you're willing to be held accountable, if you understand that you're the one responsible for your success, then welcome home. Welcome to the place where the scholars make dollars. And we do this, ladies and gentlemen. And we are, and let me be clear, that I'm 100% willing to invest in those who invest in themselves. Yes.
And yes, you are. So I'm going to go over the Hustler's 10 Commandments really quick. So number 1 is your network is your net worth. Number 2 is image is everything. Number 3 is the early bird gets the worm. 4 is it's lonely at the top. 5 is success is where opportunity meets preparation, and you'll have to go to hustleuniversity.org to get the rest. And buy the book, The Hustler's 10 Commandments.
They can't get the book no more by itself. They got to get the Hustler's Bible.
Well,
so yeah,
there you go.
At least they can get, if they're interested in getting involved with Hustle University, the lowest level is level 1, which is where they can get the Hustler's Bible.
Okay.
Inside the Hustler's Bible, they can get the Hustler's 10 Commandments. Hustle While You Work, and The Hustler's Gospel. So it's literally 3 books in one. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then
And
it's
you know Hustle While You Work. That's the one. For those of
I
you that have
know.
a day job that want to transition, we say hustle while you work, and you can use your 9 to 5 to leverage
your 5 to 9.
Yes, yes.
So, which is everything that Hotep talks about in any of his books is stuff that he has lived, breathed, and created. It's not something that he just read other books and created it out of nowhere and hasn't experienced it for himself.
Yes.
So, if someone wanted to find you on social media and so forth, where can they learn more about Hotep? Or if they wanted to have you come out and speak and so forth, talk a little bit about, like, if you do, you know, engagements
Okay.
and
Well,
all
first
that
of all, I
stuff.
want to say thank you for speaking about that real quick. You know, I'm very cautious about, and I recommend that all of you be very cautious about the type of people that you go for help and leadership and mentorship in your life. You know, we have a 3-part process. First thing you should ask a person is, have they done what they claim to teach? The second thing you need to ask is, are they still doing what they claim to teach? And the third thing is, you have to ask whether or not they can teach it itself. You know, because teaching something is not everybody's a skilled teacher. You know what I'm saying? And so I stand by this at Hustle University. I only teach what I know. I don't teach what I heard. We don't teach what we read in books and seen other people do. We teach what we know. At Hustle University, we call this process authentic entrepreneurship. So although I may sit here not appear to be a typical CEO, you know what I'm saying? Make no mistake, we do this at Hustle University. As I say, I does this. And it feels real good to be in your own skin, to be able to do it the way you do it, the best way you do it, to get paid to be yourself. It's called authentic entrepreneurship. And everybody out there that's listening can be authentic in their own skin and deliver something in a way that gives them competitive advantage away from everybody else. I'm not the type of person to try and blend in. I like to stand out. You understand? I don't blend in. I stand out.
He
That's
wears
called
bright
branding.
green jogging suits
Yes.
to corporate style
Yes.
type of networking
Yes.
events. But it's through that he gets the main individual that he's able to connect with and to do some things
That's
with.
what people need to do. You know, stop trying to blend in when you can stand out. I go to these conferences all the time. Everybody's in black or gray or navy blue suits, and I see these people, and it's funny because they got these nice fancy suits but empty pockets. You understand? Nice suits, empty pockets. Y'all know what I'm talking about. In any case, to answer your question, I don't really promote a lot of social media because, you know, I don't own Facebook, I don't own Twitter, but I own hustleuniversity.org. So if you're curious or want to know more about what we're doing, this is only one place for you to go to, hustleuniversity.org. We provide the rules, we provide the tools, and the jewels for successful entrepreneurship. Not any kind of entrepreneurship. I'm talking about being successful. Either transitioning from your day job to full-time entrepreneurship or building a business authentically to yourself that allows you to have an income of 6 figures or more.
And if you did want to find any of his social media stuff to follow on there, just go to hustleuniversity.org.
That's right.
to be able to locate anything you need about Hustle U, whatever it is. So I will say this also is that, which a lot of people don't know this, but with Connecting Atlanta, I had another company before this, which John knows, but cleanfreefun.com, and I was kind of I was in that middle of the road, like, is this thing either going to work or do I just have to let it go and move on? And I remember Hotep had told me he was at some mall on the south side, and he was like, just come meet me here. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I showed up. Sometimes you just have to show up for success.
That's right.
And well, you always have to show up for success. But anyway, so I just showed up, and then we were just sitting there. He was talking with another young lady who I can't remember her name. We won't mention it, but I know she was full of a lot of excuses. But really nice lady. But anyways, but we were sitting there talking, and I was just talking to him about my really just grew and expanded it, and so that was really awesome and exciting. So that was how Connecting Atlanta got birthed and growing into what it is today. So thank you so much for that, Hotep.
You're welcome.
And is there any last words or anything that you'd like to share with our audience?
No, that's it. I feel very blessed right now. We just had a great meeting, a team, faculty, and staff meeting, which you missed, by the way.
I know.
Last night.
I know. I was at church, man.
That's all good.
I tried to tell you Wednesdays, but I got outnumbered.
But
I will be at the next one, though, as long as I'm not serving.
That's fine. You know, we're here today. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, the meeting went very well. We have a great, strong core team.
I missed it. I missed all the pictures. I was like, damn.
Yeah. You know, our enrollment.
And Josie was there. I was like, damn.
You know, Hustle University enrollment is building. I've been actively investing in companies, you know, between $300 and $500 a pop, investing in companies. I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I'm saying? We invest in people who invest in themselves. So I've been actively investing in companies. So shout out to all the companies that we've invested in thus far in 2016.
Chocolate Factory is one of them, right?
They are.
Yeah.
They're one of Beyonde's.
Beyonde, he is a true hustler. He grinds. He works his 9 to 5. He uses that to invest in his 5 to 9.
That's
so
right.
He's following the principles. He purchased your program.
Yes, he did.
He's implementing. He shows up at everything that you have going on that he can show up on.
And we're going to make sure he's successful. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
He is going to be.
You know, Tierica is our #1 flagship success story. But my point is, we're looking to create other success stories. You know what I'm saying? I put my money where my mouth is. You ain't going to get no handouts. But you will get the hand up. So all of you that understand what I'm saying here, that say, you know what, Hotep, I don't need no handout. As I know people like that. That's why I'm speaking to them right now. For those people that say, Hotep, I don't want no handout. I'm willing to carry my own load. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do the work. Welcome to Hustle University. This is your home. This is your church. You understand? I'm just a minister. I just spread the hustler's gospel. That's all my job is. So again, I'm very excited. 2016 and beyond, this is the year of the hustler, and I want to invite everybody listening to join the Hustlelution.
Well, you heard it here. Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the one and only, the fastest growing internet radio station in the United States, WorldStarHitRadio.com. We thank you all for tuning in this evening, and we look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. We have our next special guest. And if you haven't already signed up for our next workshop, which is this coming Tuesday, which is also one of Hotep's partners, Marquel Russell is going to be teaching it and how to attract business in 60 days or less, and go to connectingatlanta.net to be able to RSVP there for your complimentary ticket. And have a good evening, everyone.
All right.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side, check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.